Founder and CEO. Okay, I want to see. Hopefully. She's very helpful, but. She's very helpful for sure.
Hi guys. You guys have submitted those assignments. That's okay. Those are fine. Today I think we need to do the door and windows details. After I go through the presentation and I will show you it in the AutoCAD, then we will complete the project on Thursday. You can submit all the things finished and you can submit your final drawings into the assignment on Thursday night. Right. Okay. So I think we'll go ahead. There are a few more guys are missing. Few more guys are missing.
Yeah, Brandon said he'll be a little late.
They'll probably both be a little late, so.
Anyway, I will just record the session so they can just go through the drawings, how to do it, and it's okay. So today we did the schedules for the doors and windows and finishes. Finishes we did also the floor layouts. Now we are going to do the door and window details. So in door and window details, these things are important. Just remember to include these things. The name or type, the type and name means what we used in the schedule, like D1 or D2, it should also represent in the details. Otherwise, the person cannot identify from the schedule D1 where is the detail of it. So it should be there. And these are also important, the width, height, and thickness. Width, height, you should give the overall height and overall width, and also some small detail heights, like to the height to the handle from the floor. Those things also important. And the type of material, it's like if you're using wood, or if you are using aluminum or metal or any material, you have to indicate it in the details. And about the color, what kind of a color or what kind of a texture you want it, those things also has to be incorporated. And the other thing is about the hardware. Hardware means the handle, hinges, any door closers and door stoppers. All those things also need to be included in your those things. No need to draw it in the door window details, but you have to indicate as notes or remarks. So yeah, these are the things. Hinges, locks, handles, push plates, pull handles, kick plates, kicker plates, vision panels. So other thing, important thing is if it's a fire rated door, you have to indicate whether it is fire rated or not. And this is also important, acoustic rating. This comes when you are doing if you draw those windows, because in windows you might need to do double glazing and air gap in between for the to reduce the acoustic as well as the heating as well. The other thing about the manufacturer, this is not so important, but if you specify some manufacturer, you can indicate it, but you have to indicate like this or similar. Don't straight away saying you use this product. As interior architects or architects, we are not marketing those materials in our practice. What we do is we can recommend this is good and anything similar to this. What you do is then those contractors will take those samples and bring it to you to finalize it, to approve it. Then he will use it in his product when he's doing the manufacturing, when he's doing his construction work. Other remarks is anything rather than this one, just indicate as notes or remarks. So this is a simple way of doing a door and window schedule and door and window detail. You see here, this is saying like A, B, C, D, but you need to indicate here D1 or D2. This I got it from a sample, but I will show you in a detailed manner. It will be here. So the scale is also important. Here you can see the tempered, the material is indicated, and also you need to show the direction of the opening of the door. So this is like there are two different way of drawing it, but I think this is the universal way of drawing it. If the hinges are on this side, this point should be on that side. It's like side hung door, both sides. It will open like this, but where the hinges, it shows the two lines meeting each other. These 2 points should be at the end of the other side. So this one indicates hinges here. The door is opening like this. Some other drawings you can see the other way around also, but this is the universal way of drawing a door detail. And that's the elevation of it. And this is the form of the plan. You indicate the doors and windows. This one shows the direction. I think you all knows how to do that. Sometimes you draw how the arc, or sometimes you do the straight line. And if you have like this, that means it's a revolve window. It can open both sides. This is how you draw your detail, door detail. First, you should indicate the height of the total height of the door, and then you have to indicate the frame, this like this, and you have to give the overall width and overall height, and then the frame height. And then if you have something like a decoration or glass panel, you have to give the dimension to that one from the bottom. Don't give it from the ceiling or anywhere, just give it from the floor. If you have a ledge or something, just give the height of the ledge and then give the total. Say you have a 6-inch step here, and then your door starts from here. Then when you are giving your overall door height, you should give the height from the top of the ledge to the top of the door. This one you indicate separately the height of the ledge or step. So in this one you have a timber pattern like this. I think it's I think it's strips. Timber strip. So you give a height to here, and this height separately, and this one like that. It mark here on this side, and overall height here, and also you need to give here the width of this section, and this one, and this like that. And it's also better if you can give the height of the handle. But it's okay. This is the same height of the where the handle starts, so that's fine. And you have to name the material and what will happen. So this is the elevation view. This is the plan view. Plan view also you only give the width of it and the overall width and the frame. Here, this is the section of this one. You cut it here and show in this direction. Oh no, he has shown it on this direction. So the heights will be marked here. This is a complete door window detail. So this is one. Just say like this is D1 door. So you previously we did for that one we did 3 types of doors. So we will get 3 sets of these kind of drawings for your door window doors. And for the windows, it will be the same. You give elevation, plan, and section. This is another drawing of a door detail. See, it gives so many details, so many heights, because so many things are there, because these are decorative things. So you need to give more. If the drawing scale is not enough to give those dimensions, you make a call out and take it out and give another detail in an enlarged scale. Like this. Now, see here, to give all the details how the door has to be done, they have taken few details. This is where the door, it's a detail of this area. They went into this one and make a call out here and take it out and give an enlarged detail. That's called the jamb, where the frame and the door meets. This is the base trim, where the bottom of the door panel, base trim at door, the top one, and these are the sides. And if there are any mullions like this, see, number 5 is here. Number 1, head trim, yes, this one. Number 1, I don't know why they put that. The same thing follows all around. That's why he put 1 here as well. Number 2, that's the base. Number 3, the sides. 4, 5 is the mullion here, and the base of this window panel, fixed panel, and 6, the side trim at wall. So you can give these details, but this can be given in a separate drawing, which can be applied for all the D1, D2, D3. But you have to give a note here saying that this detail is applies for D1, D2, and D3, all the doors. But when you are doing your D1, D2, D3 door details, you have to draw three sets of these kind of drawings, and then after that you take one call out, draw this one in a separate sheet. But if it's the same for the D2 and D3, you can indicate a note there. So these are some other details of showing there are different types of windows. You have pivot type, slidings, and side hung. We call it casement for the windows, but the doors we call it as side hung door. Top hung, bottom hung. So there are different types. See here. This is like the fixed panel, fixed glaze window. This is actually not side hung, it's sliding. This one should be sliding. Side hung should be opening. This is like side hung. This one call it single casement. Yes, that's right. Single awning, vertical pivot, horizontal pivot, double casement. These are the similar doors and windows you will come across. See here, for the windows, it will be the same thing, but you have to give the dimension of the elevation as well. Here it has been given. Now, see here. Now, this panel should open on this way, but the drawing is wrong. They haven't used the proper universal method. See, they have indicated where the hinges are, like 2 points. It should be the other way around, like this. Okay, for the doors, we usually give the opening opening direction in floor layouts like this. But for the windows, we will not indicate that. We will not put any windows showing it will be revolving here. But we can do that one in the window detail, but not in the plan. Plan we know never shows like this. So those are the important things I need to show you. These are also some of the details, the different way of drawing things. Yeah. Do you have any questions on this one? Understand how the doors and window details should be. So we will try to do one door detail, using the one that I did last week. So we had three, we will get here 3 doors, door details. So D1 3 6x8, says 2x4 timber frame with architrave, engineered panel, side hung door. Okay, so we will take this one copy of this one here, because I need to see. I take a copy here because I want to see the, otherwise I have to zoom in and zoom out. So first we need to do the floor plan, the plan of the door. So the easy way of doing, first starting from it. Okay, D1 is here. I just take a copy of this one here. I will rotate it first. So you can keep this one here because we need it, because this is the D1 door. You can just indicate this one as the wall continuing, because no need to do exact this detail there, because that doesn't matter if there is another door here, D1 door, having the wall straight from the other side. You cannot show 2-3 types of doors. So what we do is we simply indicate it like this. Small piece will be enough, and you put here the cut line. Like this. So this one we need to draw. We do is we will first make the frame. I'll just I will remove this one. Now the width of this one we need to mark it here. The opening size will be 3 feet. You should have a different dimension style for this one. Otherwise, this will be looking so big. It will take So just for the time being, we will keep it. And when we make the sheet, we will check whether the dimensions are looking okay, or how do we have to reduce the size of it. Just make this one. Yeah, okay. So how the detail will look like, it will be most probably what you need to draw is like this. But the one that we are going to draw is almost that. Side, huh? That's not showing here. Will be most probably this kind of a mullion here. But you have an architrave. It says architrave. The timber frame with architrave. So first we will make this timber mullion. So it will be like we make an off. This is the total width of this one is coming 4 inch. Okay. So we make 3 by 2. I will just draw here 2 inches. And it's coming down. So the width of it will be 3 inches. What I'm going to do is I take the thickness of the door panel as 1 inch. So what I'm going to do is now I will make this one 2 inch here. Why I did it, I will tell you. This I put half an inch. This side 1 inch. So it's like I take here as 1 inch. It's like when you close the door will be like this. It will see it on the frame. And your architrave, we will draw it separately. Like here, you can just like this. If any decoration, you can just indicate it here. This is the simple. The architrave can be, you can indicate it in the board side. Let's say 3/4 inch. So I have the same size here. 0.75. You can just like this. This could be decorative or curve or anything. Just you can have a blunt edge here. That's fine. And if there are any grooves, you can indicate it here. If there are any grooves, just show it also. Let's say we have a groove from here 1 inch. So we'll take 1 inch. This. So you can give the dimension, but you can show it in here, but don't give any dimension here. You can just enlarge this detail and give it separately. That's also fine. For the door window for the detail drawing, you can just indicate like this. But if there are any grooves, you have to give a separate drawing for that. Otherwise, the contractor will do straight away like this.
So we need to do a separate
It's depend. If you are
layout for the,
if you are giving a separate detail for this one, you have to show it, but it's depending on your design. If you think you are just going with a straight architrave, just have a blank one, then you can just leave it as it is.
Okay.
But the material you have to indicate here. If this is wood, you have to mark it also. You have to name it here. Like this, you can name your details. I will do it. First, I will draw this one. And what you can do here now, just make a line here. After you finish doing detail here with hatches, you can put a hatch here for this one. Okay, I'll just put a small hatch here. So what I will do is I will show the remove black when I do it. Now what I will not put any hatch. I will just make this line darker. That I think that might be better in the drawing. Otherwise, it will be total black. So what you can do is you can just use the line thickness. I will use 0.2 for that. I will use 0.2. Okay, you can take this one and make a mirror of it. For the both side, this will be a side hung timber frame with architrave engineered panel, side hung door. Okay. It's 2x4 timber frames already. I took it as 2x4 timber frame means I should have my frame just going from this point to this point. So I will just stretch it out. Sorry, I just did not read the total thing there. Stretch. Should be from here to here because I indicate here 2x4. It depends if you're saying 2x3, then the one that I already drew is okay. Here I will also stretch this one. Can have it here, the door can see it here, in a little recessed. Okay, that's it. So I will just remove this one and again I will mirror the whole thing. It's okay. Okay. This one. Then the other thing is you have to draw the door panel. Sorry, I will just mirror this one as well because I want the door to be open onto this direction. So here again I make a mirror. Yes, here I make yes because I want the original one to be raised like this. Okay, now it's okay. Then I have to draw the door panel. So it's like take this one. It's going from here to here and have 1 inch. This would be the door panel. So I make that line thickness 0.13. And what I will do is I will just rotate it from this point 90 degrees. And then you can use the arc to show the opening direction. You can use here This is also a easy way. Start center end. I think that's the one. What you can do is from here. It's the other way around. That one, I think it's something. It's about this one. So, so I forgot. Just do a 3.1. I think that's it. What to use here? Start, end, and angle. Okay, start point here. This is better. So the direction and give the line thickness for this one. Saying just 0. Give this one the smallest line thickness. Now you have to indicate the dimensions. So here what I put is, first I have to give, as I said, this one. It's already given, the width of it. And then you have to give this detail. So from this point, I am giving here. You have to mark it here. You have to separately mark those things. For the time being, I will just draw it, give the dimension like this. But when I put it into the sheet, I have to rearrange the dimensions with the correct text type. So here, and you give the frame here. Every small detail needs to be dimension. Every setbacks or anything you need to give here. Okay. So like that, you give all the dimensions, but these are not in a correct position. What I will do is when I put it in the sheet, I will just rearrange the dimensions. So you have to give everything. And also the other thing, important thing is about the naming the thing. So here you can say, here 4x2 or 2x5. So it's 2x4. In the frame. If you specify a material like the hardwood or something like that, you can also name it here, saying that 2x4 hardwood timber frame, something like that. If it's aluminium, you can also say set 2x4 aluminium frame. Any color you can also indicate here. But for the time being, I just put 2x4 timber frame. Scale, I have to again need to correct those things for the time. Okay. And here, what I will do is, this is like 3/4 inch thick timber architrave. Here also you need to say now if this is pasted or screwed or anything to the existing timber frame. It's also how you do it. You should say it here. Now, if you want it to be screwed or if you want it to be pasted, you need to mention here in here. So I will just put a 3/4 inch thick timber architrave screw to the door frame. So anything, just all those notes, you should say it here. Right. Okay, and the dimensions are given. And this one also, you can give specification here saying that 1 inch thick engineered door panel. Would not timber door panel, what you say here. Say wooden door panel. Door panel, if you are having it in painted in any color, you can also say it here. Door panel painted brown. So this is only the plan of it. You can then draw the elevation. I will just take this one into the sheet because I wanted to see the text height. What you can do is the same thing that we have done previously. Make a copy of this one, finish plan or anything. Just make a copy. Move or copy. I'm going to duplicate a sheet now. Create a copy at the end. So this is the one. I will rename it to window details. If you want this sheet to be closer to your dose schedule, you can just drag it like this and bring it here. So it's both are closer together. So the window details, what I will do is I'll just so it's here. But I need to make the scale. So I need right click it and I need to see the properties here. Let's see what's the scale. Now this viewport is in 1/8 scale, but it's not enough for a door detail. We should give it at least 1/4 or the half of the scale. So what we'll do is we'll just make it a half and half equal like this. Okay. Yes. Yeah, I think half is better scale. So its standard scale is now half. So this is better. I will just do it. I will just take it down because the plan should be like here. What I will have is the elevation to be here and the section of it should be on this side or this side. So this, when we say, and I go to the model, our whole the detail set for D1 should be something like this. The elevation comes here. That's what I planned on the sheet. So section I will have it here like this. So in my door window details, it will be like this. So this will be the D1. So D2, the same set will be here. The D2 for the D2 and the D3. So those are the door details. If there are no space, I will do the window and windows details in a separate sheet. But remember to say here, put a note here, or the doors and windows details are in sheet numbers. You say the sheet number what you have given here. If you give here like A07, you set and for the Windows A08, you say in your schedule that A07 and A0 doors and windows detail can be found on D07 and D08. Just make that note here, put the note here. So the contractor can easily find the details where they are. Schedule here, because if you can put your door and window details with the schedule, that's also fine.
How we were doing Windows schedules.
With window schedules is here. See, I haven't gone through the. It will be the same thing, same like
So
this.
we're doing that as well.
Yeah, you need to do that. But I think for your one, you guys don't have any windows. All are existing windows now.
Yeah, they're all. existing.
Yeah, so I don't think you have here.
Okay.
But if you are doing it, it will be the same way. Like the only difference is this will be W1, W2, W3, something like that. And the width and height will be changed. The numbers you can count it on. The description will be different. So that's it.
Do you mind going to the doors detail again?
Right. I will, I just make this one because I wanted to first figure out the size of the text. So I will do it and then I will, with you, I will do the elevation and section of it.
Okay.
So then one set is completed, then you can do that one to the other two types of doors. So what I'm going to do is I will just have a print of this one, one. Two. Monochrome, right, preview, okay. I will make this one 100%. I will check how is the. See, it will be very big, the text height. So I can reduce it. This is how the detail will looks like. When you print it, it will be the exact size is this. So I need to reduce the text. But the notes, let's say notes. See, notes are very small, so I need to make the height of it that one as well. Okay, let's. One thing you can have to do is you just have to make one dimension and one text height. That's it. See, looking at this printed document, make the scale correct of those text and the note, the dimension. Then you can use it for your other drawings as well. It's the first time you have to do these things. When you have all the dimensions prepared. Now, in your floor plans, you have already done your dimension sizes and everything. So you can easily use it for your next project. No need to do it from the scratch again. The first time it's hard. You have to figure it out what's the correct scale to be used that is readable for the contractor as well as for the appearance of the drawing. Okay, let's reduce the scale of it. Let's go to the model space. But remember to not to change the text style that you have here. Make a different text style. Otherwise, if you have used this one in your floor plans or anywhere, it will also be changed. So make a duplicate of it. So what you can do is, let's go here. This is the dimension style. So what I will do is, I don't know, yeah. Okay. So I'm going to make new one. Says copy of this one. I will say dimensions for door details. Or just say for door details. That's also fine. Let's say door details. Okay. I will make the text height a little smaller. So 1/16 or okay, let's see how it will look. Right. Property. Go to property and I will change this one to door details. This is also bigger, so I can also change it. Door details, modify, symbols and arrows. Oh, dimension break here. That's also lines. I think this is fine. So I will use the match property. Forget where it is. Property. I use the match property. Do is I will go to the dimension style and if there is for the text, if I can indicate draw frame around text. Introduction, text placement, design. But where it is the line to be used. There is a one indicator for the, you can use the arrows and lines for the text. I forgot where. I forgot where it is. Do you guys remember the leader? From here to here. You remember that? I forgot about it, where it is in the properties section. Let's see if you can. Okay, for the time being, I'll just put it like this. I need to figure it out. It's okay. Then let's go to the door. What you can do is, again, you can make a printout of it and just see how the text height will looks like. Plot. Say, overwrite the file. Make this 100%. I think this is fine. This can be readable. This height is, I think, okay. So you can make the text also the same size. Text also the same size. Yes, you cannot see these. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. But in the screen, I can see it.
Yeah. I actually have to look over there. You can see that.
So you know how to do the plan. So I will do the elevation with you now. Okay. Elevation, same way that you do your elevations of the floor plans. Just project the lines from the plan and then draw it in the elevation. So I will have lines running from here. I have one architrave. For the time being, I will just remove this dimension to show. You can just draw it. Okay. So project the lines here. This, what you can see. It's like you are seeing it from this direction. Yeah, because I need to show the door panel fully and the architrave. So it's like I am standing here and looking at the door. Like this. So I'll just copy these things here, here. But this won't be seen, but doesn't matter. Just for the time being, you just draw everything. Right. Okay. Those are the things you can see from that side. Then you have to decide the height. The height is 6'8". Okay, I'll just make offset of 6 feet 8 inches. Like that. So this I have it here and here. So this is without a line of drawing. So I just remove this one. Now it's okay. The architrave, if you have the architrave or going all around, so this will be the door size actually. From here to here. So you need to have another offset of the same width here to show that architrave is going all around. So what I will do is I'll just get the dimension of this. Oh, I think there is something. This is right, but there is something wrong. Like, okay. Let's make an offset here. Let's measure this one first. The architrave is from here to 5.5. Okay, so I make a line here from this point and make an offset of 5.5. 5.5 inches. Just remove this one. This is the architrave line. Stretch F8, so it will go straight. So this will be the architrave. This will be the door panel. So when you measure from the bottom to here, the door indicates 6.8. Yes. Okay. That's correct. And the door is 2 and 9. The door panel is 2 and 9 because the opening should be from here to here. That's the 3 feet. But your door panel should be 2 and 9 because it will be reduced. Because you have to give some space for the frame as well. What we give is we give the width of the structural opening. That's what we give in the construction drawing. But when you are now, when that person is doing the frame and the door, he will also take the structural opening, and according to the frame size, he will take the panel. But you need to give also the panel width as well, like this 2 and 9. Then the person knows that from the 3 there should be 1.5 and 1.5 to put into the frame. See here now, it will be like this. Yes. Alright. So I will just remove this one. I have now drawn the size of it. Just make sure these things to end it up somewhere here, not to touch with the that, then that will be easy. Otherwise, you will see a lot of lines going here and there. That's also won't be. If there are any now, as I said now, if there are any grooves or anything here, if there is a groove, also make a projected line there and draw it on your elevation as well. If you have some groove lines on the architrave, also mark it here. But for the giving much more detail, you can do it in a separate sheet, creating a call out. And this is a solid panel, as I remember. But if you have some strips or anything, as per this drawing, you can just draw this and give those dimensions. What I will do is I will just have a small. What I will do is I will have an offset. I will do the same like that. So I will have a 6-inch. This line here. I will just try to do some design detail here. So I will trim it. And I'm going to, this is the easy way to do it otherwise. So I'm going to put an hatch. you can change the, because this hatch came like this, so there are some gaps like this. What I try to do is I am just take the origin up to here. What I did is I just select the hatch, set origin, and I starting from this point. Again here the hatch. And match property, you can use the match property. Same. Yeah, okay. It will be the same. Just select it, set origin. Yes. And you can draw the handle here. And for this one, how the direction of the door should be, where the hinges are here. So what you draw is like this. Where the hinges are, it should be, the line is like this. So door is opening. But the line, make sure the line should be dash line without having a straight line here. Because this is the indication of the opening direction. So you can have a line type. You can create a different layer here for your elevation door panel direction. So I will create a new layer here, but I will give it a 0. And I will use the same gray pattern that I have. For the time being, I will just rename it. Door indicator. This line type should be dash line. That's this one. Select it and I just press it. Okay, okay. I will change these 2 lines. First, I will check. It's on the flow finish. The light gray shows because of I use this flow finish layer for the dimension style layer. I will change it to this one. Match property. This one. Yes. This layer I will change it to indicator. This layer. Let's see it in the scale. There is an issue in the scale. Okay. Right click, make properties. As we did before, we will change the line type scale. But it's 0.01. It's 0.002. Yes. If we look in here. There should be something. Okay, let's save twin. T. Scale noise. Slide type scale has a there is a way of considering about the scale, line type scale. I forgot about it, how it do. Just change the layer, change the type of the line here. So there is a dash space. Okay, yes, this one. I will check it and let you know about how to make the scale. Couldn't figure it out how to do it now. Okay, now that's it. The same thing, you have to mark all the dimensions here and also the put in notes. The same notes you have indicate here should be also marked in your elevation and also in the section. So I will first make the dimension now from here. Let's give all these dimensions. You can put here, there is a one. You can have this one, have a gap there, so then you can easily, no need to every time drag that. You know, width. And so offset from origin, I think that's the one. 1 inch. No, that's too much. 0.5. Let's see how. So here, let's say 25 offset from 10. 1. That's it. That's okay. And 16. So when I mark the dimension here, right, okay, this is fine. We make it 116, then it's easy. So like this, you can give all the dimension from the bottom here. But in this drawing also, you just try to make the layers as we did for the other one. So have the architrave and the outline of this one to have like 0.2. These details can be 0. This can be on the layer that we use for the text. Or you can make it a gray, light gray also. Anything it's preferred. Say let's now, this door is about 6-inch high. Just in, not this door, just I am showing it to you. If you have a different door that would be 6-inch higher than the existing floor level, how you should mark it is like this. I will just take it out and show it in a different place. Okay. So it will be something like this. How you give is, this is your door height, 6'8". That will not change. But you have a step here. Then you have to put a note here saying that this is a concrete ledge. Ledge or concrete step, anything. And also should give a dimension from here to here. So the contractor knows, now this is not a part of the door. This will be a ledge on the floor. And make sure in every door details, you mark here what this line is. This is the finish floor level. Sorry, not this one. Use the text here. Finish. Floor line. I will also create a text also, you can see. Here also you need to mark it in your every drawing where the finished floor is. That's important. And as well as in the section. So I will create another textile as well. This is too small. So here. So I make a new one, say door details. All right. Roast bill. like this. Anything you prefer, just like this. Uh, Read a structure, read the points to. Where is the text? Text style. Here we go. Yeah, I'll just change this one to layer flow filling, not the flow layer. Leader type is multi-leader style. I have to change it to door details. The one I created. So the text also you need to change it. I will change the text. I will create a new one for door details. Use the Arial font and the height of the page. Go to the properties, not the properties, sorry. Leader style, door details. I think you know these things, changing the textiles and all those things. Smaller. Don't know, I have to just select it again and again, change it. So I think this side. Okay. Also make a printout and check the text height. I know this change in the text height and all those things you have learned it in the AutoCAD class.
Yeah.
So you can do it. Just make sure it can be readable in your this view. Think have to make it a little bit bigger so you can do it okay. So we have done the floor plan and the elevation, and we will going to do the section now. Is there anything you need to know? You have some clarification on this one?
Is there any way that we could do this, like, could you post this?
This one, yeah, I will post it.
Okay.
Okay. But make sure someone, I think better someone just concentrate on the creating the text height and the dimension style, which is suits for these door details. Creates one style for the text and one style for the dimension, and incorporate it into all your door and window details after that. Give it to someone to do it separately, then that's easy. Otherwise, it takes time. What I did is just make a printout and see whether it's to be readable. Then after you did that one, just copy it into your drawing and just match property to all the things. So just do the dimensioning and texting on that one. So, yeah.
What was the scale that you?
This one, I think it's better we go with the 1/2 a scale. What we use here, now in this one, I took it. Then I go to the view. Yeah, it's 1/2 an inch equals to 1 inch. We'll use this one. Because when I make the PDF, this is the exact size of the printed document should looks like. When I make it 100, I think this is clear. I will change the requirement in the canvas also. The submission. I think it doesn't have this. So let's check on. I think it doesn't have saying that. It's only saying the door schedule only. Yeah. In the requirement, I think I haven't given you the door window details there. I will incorporate it. I will add that. I think it's not there. It's only the schedule. That's it. Flow layout.
We're still doing the window details.
No, window details. If there aren't any windows, don't do it. That's it.
Okay.
As I remember, you don't have all will be doors, most probably. Nothing is facing outside now. The existing doors or windows you don't need to do.
Okay.
Because those details are there already. They have done it and completed. The one that you are proposing, you have to draw. Let's say in a partition wall, you have a fixed glass panel or something like that as a window. If you're putting it just like a window showing us, then you have to draw that.
Okay.
I will change this one, the requirement. Let's do the section now. Section, it's easy. You just make this line straight. So the finish flow level will be the same thing. I will do is have the projection line. Let's say we will have the section through this. So I will just project those lines horizontally into this direction. Just copy it. You see this architrave line, and this one, this, this, this. So first, the starting point should be the wall. Have one line straight down and have the offset of 4 inch. 4 inch is the width of your wall. It's the width of the wall. So from there onwards, you need the architrave project 3/4 inch. So have 3/4 inch for the both side. Now, so where would we be the where we see the wall now? Here the architrave is going. Architrave should be along this in between these two lines, and the other side in between these two. Here it will be the wall. So first, we just draw the wall here and have the cut mark, and also I will make the layer changed into 0.35. So that's easy. I rotate it. Wait. So what I did is I just draw the wall part here. So I will continue with the architrave now. So it will be like this. So you see now here it will be the same detail what you are having here. So what you can do is just take a copy of it. But the direction you have to figure it out which direction now I'm going to, because I need to show I'm looking at the section through here. I make the section through this line and looking into this direction. So the face that this face should be this side, right side of the section. So the do is now I will rotate this one. Just hold this. Five and a half is going here. From the frame itself. So it should be from frame should be here. So should be. Why is the size different? Sorry. This is what will happen now. See here also 4 inches. But here, when you measure the line here to here, from this point to this point, it shows 4 inches. But when I measure the line from the far extent, it will be the same. It because I use the 4 inch, I did not give the to get the accurate dimension of this one. So when I go to the dimension style, so when you are starting doing these details, better to have the dimension style changed, the units, the precision should be, I think, better to have it furthermore, like to the 32 16th or up to this point, because don't put it as round off, because it might give you some issues when you are drawing it at the first place. But after you did all these things, then you can round off it to the nearest inch. Otherwise, it will be very difficult. You can face the things that I also faced. 4, 16, 8. Okay, this will be the better thing. Now let's check here. From here to this point is 4 inch. But when I measure here, problem is I need to use the dimension. Dimension I changed. I think I did not change the correct dimension. Yeah, this is the actual 4 inch width. See here the wall size is 360, 15th out of 60. So if I just measure the wall, yeah, the wall width is not exactly 4 inches. That's the issue I face. So when you are doing the details and all those things, first make the dimension or the dimension style at least to this precision. And after you finish your thing, you can round it off. Otherwise, you will having so many issues when getting the measurements.
Orange.
So I will take. So it will be like this. Now the two architrave, this section should be in point 2, and the lines that showing the architrave at the far back should be on the layer point 0. Point 0, or you can have it. What's this thing? Oh, sorry. This should be point 2. This would be point. So I have now completed the wall and the architrave and the frame where it cuts, and also the projected line of the architrave here in the section. Now what you only need to do is the door panel now. So the door panel would be I can go with the same 0.13 straight here. For this side 1 inch. So it will be like this. If there are any grooves or anything, now here, see, now this panel is a separate panel for the door panel, separate section. So you can mark it also in your section. Now here I will draw another line separating this frame here. Right. That's it. I'll just remove these things. It will be like this. But in your drawing, now I did not use any hatches for the frames and all that, but you can use the wall hatch for the walls. So then the drawing like this. But make that one layer 0. For the hatch, I told you to use gray color. That's also fine. Like this. For the plants, just put the wall hatch for the walls. Same for the section. And the dimension and the naming will be the same, like the elevation. Then give the dimension from here. I'll just copy this one there. And this is also important. The total height should be given. Here I did a mistake. Can you identify that? It's a door height. I think I have done a mistake, yes. Anyone can identify the mistake I have done for the door height?
Left side.
No, the drawing is wrong. What I when I take the 6 foot 8 inches, I did a mistake there, taking the right size. Shall I show you now? It's this. Now, when I said six, now in the width and the height is width is I said this is the structural opening size. And that means the opening size of the wall. So 3 feet width and 6 feet 8 inches height. So 3 feet width is from the wall point here to here. So that's 3 feet is correct. But here 6 8, where did I took it? I took it to the top of the door panel. It should be up to this point. This point should be the 6 8. Because the frame is going all 3 directions. So from here to the finished floor level, it should be 6 8. Not the door panel height. Panel height will be reduced. So what I will do now, the easy way to do is I'll just stretch the whole thing from this point. Take this one. Yes. This should be 6 8. Uh, 3 out of 32. That's easy. So now it's correct. From the finished floor level up to the where the wall opening starts. So the actual door panel size will be, as I said here, now the width is 2.9 and the height would be somewhere around this one, 6 by 6. This 19 by 32 will come because of this. I changed the precision size, so it will be almost 6 by 6. The door panel will be 6 by 6. But make sure. But here, are you taking 6 8? The door height most probably, or 7? The taller person. 6 8. Yeah. So after the framing, it will be reduced again.
Yeah.
It will be 6 6 almost. You will lose 2 inches of the top for the frame. If you want more, then the door height, door height, just change it to 6 8 or 7. 7, then it's 6. It's come around 6:10.
Yeah.
The door panel. And after doing everything but putting notes and everything, just make sure the layers. The correct layer should be, the dimension should be in the correct layer. And the line thicknesses, everything, just check. The easy way to do is you do one detail like this and put it into the door sheet, and you can then check it from there. Make a printout. Printout means make a PDF and make it to 100% and check it whether it's readable and the line thicknesses are okay, like that. So just the one that I've created, I just make a PDF. So here I should make this line thinner. That's the bottom line of the door. Just first I will make a PDF, then I will see how it looks like. This is how my drawing will looks like. Text height I need to increase. This one I have to remove. This I just show it to you. So here the line thickness need to be reduced for the panel, but anyway, I need to darken this line. I need to show the finished floor line, so this doesn't matter. This one, it's better if I just make it gray. That will be fine. And the dimension should be on the same layer, not like this. One is darker, one is gray. That's not good also. Here it will show all the things in the same line thickness. What I can do is I will make the door panel also 0 and make the frame in a little thicker line. So it will look nice. Let's see how I can do that one. Okay, let's go to the model space. This is the thickest line. I use 3.5. So I will just change everything to 0. I will take these 4 lines to just put it into this one. Okay. This. It should stop here. Yeah. It should be something like this now. Wall thickness, the wall section should be darker, and the frame, the other in the other line thickness panel, and the projection lines I put it in gray. Can make a little bit more darker gray. That's fine. So I will just I put this one into the canvas, but you just remember you need to do the notes and all that. You have to do all the things, so you put notes and the directions and everything. So you might have only few doors to be detailed, that's it.
Yeah.
And make sure all the other drawings are completed. Everything. So you can make a PDF like cover page. Cover page for that one. When you are making the combined PDF, have a cover page saying that this is the construction drawing for the main project one.
So do you want this, the door details to go on the same page as the door section or the door schedule?
Yeah, if you can, that's the best thing to do. Have all the things in one sheet, doors and windows. But it's the space is not enough, then you put all the schedules in one sheet and make this is into a different.
Right, and then could you post this layout to Canvas?
Yeah, I will
just for
post this one.
reference?
Yeah, I will
Okay.
post this one. But make sure that you put all the notes and everything there. I will not put any notes
Right.
now. You make all the notes here and all the dimensions that I have explained. In your doors, if you have, say here, this will be a glass panel, then just also make a note of it and say, put a note here, the thickness of the glass and what type of a glass, tempered glass you are using or something like that. If you have vision panel or anything. And then if this is a, let's say if this is a glass panel, your section will looks like something like this. There would be another line showing in between. That's the glass. The glass panel will be like this. Because of you said this one is just the timber, the solid timber, so that's why I just put it like this and having some grooves strips. So we will finish this project on this Thursday. I will just revise the requirement. Just finish it off on Thursday. So I will let you finish the
Here you go.